Hello students, Michael Sanchez here. Hope you guys are having a good day. We have a great video here for you today. We actually have a master instructor, Thornton Clein, who actually just wrote a book on practice personalities for adults. And we have a cool little class for you. We're going to actually identify some personalities of students that are here in the class today. And then also he's going to talk about just the book a little bit and maybe help you to identify what kind of personality you are. So Thornton, how are you doing today?
Great. It's an honor to be a part of this discussion in class and everything. And go ahead.
If you could briefly tell us about yourself, just about your book and about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm an author of 4 books. The last one here is Practice Personalities for Adults. It was just released about 2 weeks ago on Hal Leonard, which is distributed to 65 countries or more in the world. And this book is based on observations and teaching experience and interviews with over 1,000 music students over my period of time of 25 years of teaching and beyond. And I'm a graduate of University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana in music education, strings, violin, and also Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, bachelor's, and in Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York, where I studied with Peter Soloff of the Cleveland Quartet and Oliver Steiner, and studied with some really, really great teachers, Raymond Montoni for violin and viola. And I mean, I don't know how much you want me to tell you about it, but I teach now at a college called Cumberland University outside of Nashville. I've been teaching at the violin program there.
Great. And yeah, we're excited to do this little evaluation. So we actually do have some volunteers that are willing to figure out what kind of personality they are. So let's bring up the gallery view here. Let's start with Teresa Jacobson. How are you doing, Teresa? I'm going to unmute you here a second. Hope you're doing well. Just be 1 second here. Unmute. Go ahead.
I'm fine. How are you today?
Great. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Thornton, do you have some questions maybe for Teresa so she can let you know maybe what kind of personality practice she is?
Okay, Teresa.
Yes.
Good evening. How long have you been studying for, and do you have a private teacher currently?
I have been studying since I was in the 5th grade, which is probably now about 37, 38 years. And I don't have a private teacher. That's why I'm on these classes. I was president of the orchestra many of my school years, and then I went out and just played by myself and with others since then.
Okay. The reason I needed to know that was because I wouldn't ask you the questions that pertain to if you have a teacher. You know, I would ask you these questions about your personal practice.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I'll ask you a few. The first one is, when you're practicing a new musical piece for the first time ever, you know, you get this new one that you're going to prepare, what best describes you? And that would be A, I should get it right the first time. That's A. B, it sounds correct the first time, and I don't need to really correct it. C, I don't care about practicing. There are people that don't like to practice. I mean, obviously, it's very true. D, I feel anxiety about practicing a new piece. Like, you know, people get upset about it. They don't always. D, I'm too busy to start a new piece, a new song, new piece. People have really, really busy lives today. Let's see. D would be I've got this. I've got this, meaning, yeah, no problem. Yeah, under control. And there's 2 more. It would be G, my instrument made me mess up, you know. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I'll tell you some funny ones. But, I mean, there's all kinds of excuses, you know, about the instruments that don't play correctly. And the last one, H, wait until I show my teacher and I can play better than than he or she can. Like,
oh, okay. Well, I enjoy practicing, actually, whenever I get the time to practice. So, wow. I would play the piece, and if it don't sound right, I would replay it until I get it right.
Okay, so you'd be A, which is I should get it right. Oh, I mean, no, I'm sorry. You'd be probably we continue to. Well, do you feel like, so you don't feel like you should get it right the first time? You feel like it?
No, I probably wouldn't get it right the first time.
Okay, all right. Well, then that sounds more like probably still sounds like a perfectionistic so far, just on that answer. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Now, but keep in mind that there's a combination of personality. It doesn't necessarily have to be totally one, solely one. All right. Now let's go over to. Well, this is one you already answered, so I'll go ahead and say this one's 6. How do you personally feel about practicing? You already told me the answer, but A, it is time I used to get a musical piece absolutely perfect, which may fit you. B, I don't need a lot of practice. I just do enough to get by. Some people feel that way. I've had people tell me they don't practice very much. They just C, practicing is a waste of time. You don't feel that way. I know you don't. D, I don't always know where to start to practicing. The music is too hard and I can't do it. E is who has time to practice. Let's see. F, I practice and I can show up everyone. I can play faster than they can. And G, I left my book somewhere, so I can't practice materials. There's people that do that. There's excuse makers. And then H, I already know the musical piece. You already know how to do it. So where would it fit you on?
What were the first couple? Just refresh me there.
First ones, it's the time I used to get a musical piece absolutely perfect. It sounds like you. I mean, I don't know you. But
I strive for. Well, if it's a written piece, yes, I strive to get the notes right because that's what it was written for. But as far as like any bluegrass or any songs with improvisation, well, that's just to my deciphering what I want to put in there. So if it's a written piece, yes, it'd have to be right.
Okay. So that still sounds perfectionistic to me.
Right.
That's my opinion. Okay. And from based on what you said. And here's a good one. I'll just give you one more. 10. Do you think practice makes perfect? Okay, before you answer.
Yes.
Okay. Here's A. No, practice makes perfect only if you focus on mistakes and play them correctly over and over until they are perfect. You correct the mistakes till they're perfect. That's A. B would be yes, but who needs a song to be perfect? I can play, once or twice, and it sounds okay to me. And C, no, practicing is a waste of time. D, yes, but I feel a great deal of anxiety when I try to practice difficult songs. C, yes. Most of them are all yes, except for the first one, yes. But I don't have time to practice. The next one, F, would be yes, I can play my song faster than anyone else can play it. G, yes, but every time I try to practice, I can't find a book or the instrument makes me mess up. And then H, yes, if it's done correctly, look how good I am. I am here proof, living proof that practice makes perfect.
Yeah, the last one.
Last one.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, all right. So then, based on that, I'm sure that if you took the entire test, I could probably observe that there's some other, maybe another personality or two there. But based on that, yeah, I would say that you're definitely perfectionistic type of person. How do you think of that? What do you think of that?
Well, actually, that kind of sounds right, and especially in the personality tests and you're studying in college, it's about right on there. Yeah.
But not everybody. I mean, you're saying, well, that is a big category. I mean, a lot of people are, but see, when I was growing up, when I was in I actually had several categories. First of all, I had some problems with ADHD kind of situations where I had trouble concentrating. And I did believe that everything had to be right the first time, which was presumptuous on my part. But I also had trouble concentrating, so I also had lack of focus, which would mean, I know it sounds contradictory to have to be perfectionistic and also lacking in detail too, because they're the opposite. But I had a little bit of both of those types going on.
Yeah, I have focus problems a lot, so being able to sit and focus and getting through something as a whole, yes.
Well, you're not the only one. A lot of people have that problem and everything. So, well, thank you. Any questions you want to ask me about anything about that?
No, well, thank you for interviewing me.
Yes, and if you want to look at it further and everything, the book is available, by the way. I'm not trying to promote the book, but it is available pretty much everywhere where books are sold, including Amazon and Barnes & Noble and Music and Arts and Sam Ash Music and all those different places.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. That was a lot of fun to listen to. Just the different different points you had there, long list. That was cool. So yeah, definitely get the book. For those of you guys interested in learning more about that. So thanks, Thornton, so much. And we'll definitely, I'm sure, talk more about the book. But yeah, we have some other topics to cover. So thank you guys so much for watching out there from YouTube and everywhere else. Look forward to hopefully some of you guys joining in the classes. So email me if you want to join in the future. It's rivertownviolin@hotmail.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.